For over 5,000 years, Stonehenge has stood as a silent witness to the passage of time, its massive stones casting long shadows over the rolling hills of southern England. Yet, despite centuries of study, this ancient monument remains one of humanity's most enduring mysteries. Who built it? Why was it constructed with such precision? And what secrets does it still hold, hidden within its weathered stones? Archaeologists, historians, and scientists have pored over every detail, yet the answers remain elusive, sparking endless debates and theories that range from the plausible to the extraordinary. Understanding Stonehenge isn't just about uncovering the past, it's about unraveling the threads that connect us to our ancestors and their remarkable relationship with the cosmos. In this video, we'll explore the latest discoveries, delve into the most compelling theories, and uncover the cultural significance of this iconic site. Together, we'll embark on a journey into one of history's greatest enigmas, a puzzle that continues to captivate and confound us to this day, ready to uncover the secrets of Stonehenge. Let's begin. Picture this: towering stones, some weighing as much as 25 tons, rising out of the earth like ancient sentinels. These massive slabs, known as sarcens, are the backbone of Stonehenge, forming its iconic circular structure. But it's not just their size that's staggering. It's the sheer effort it must have taken to move them. Imagine the determination required to drag these colossal rocks across miles of uneven terrain, using nothing but ropes, wooden sledges, and sheer human strength. And that's just the beginning. Adding to the mystery are the smaller bluestones, which, despite their name, aren't blue to the naked eye. These stones, however, hold a secret of their own. They were quarried over 150 miles away in the Preseli Hills of Wales. How did they end up on Salisbury Plain? The answer is as elusive as the people who built this monument. With no written records from the time, archaeologists have had to rely on clues left behind: tools, pottery fragments, and even the geological makeup of the stones themselves to piece together this ancient puzzle. What's even more astonishing is the precision of Stonehenge's design. The monument is meticulously aligned with the movements of the sun and moon, marking the solstices with breathtaking accuracy. During the summer solstice, the rising sun aligns perfectly with the heel stone, casting its first rays directly into the heart of the circle. This alignment suggests that the builders possessed a deep understanding of astronomy, a knowledge that seems almost otherworldly for a society living over 4,000 years ago. But Stonehenge wasn't built in a day or even a lifetime. Its construction unfolded over centuries, with each phase adding new layers of complexity and meaning. This raises even more questions. Why did people invest so much time and effort into this project? What drove them to create something so enduring? As we begin to unravel the timeline of Stonehenge's construction, we'll explore how this monument evolved over time, reflecting the changing beliefs and capabilities of its creators. The story of Stonehenge begins not with stones but with earth. Around 3000 BCE, long before the towering sarcens or the enigmatic bluestones arrived, the earliest phase of the monument took shape. At its core, it was a simple yet profound design, a circular ditch and bank known as a henge, carved into the chalky landscape of Salisbury Plain. This initial structure, though far from the iconic stone circle we recognize today, was no less significant. It marked the beginning of a sacred space, a place where people gathered for ceremonies, rituals, and perhaps even to mark the passage of time. Over the centuries, Stonehenge transformed dramatically. The first major shift came around 2500 BCE, when the builders introduced the bluestones, transporting them from the distant Preseli Hills in Wales. These smaller stones were arranged in a double circle, creating the earliest version of the stone structure, but the monument's evolution didn't stop there. Around 2300 BCE, the massive Saracens arrived, and with them, the iconic trilithons, the towering three-stone arches that dominate the site today. These additions weren't just structural, they were symbolic, reflecting a growing sophistication in both engineering and cultural expression. Radiocarbon dating has been instrumental in piecing together this timeline, offering glimpses into the lives of the people who built and used Stonehenge. The dates align with broader developments in Neolithic and Bronze Age Britain, a time when societies were transitioning from hunter-gatherer lifestyles to more settled agricultural communities. Stonehenge, it seems, was more than just a monument. It was a living, evolving space, continuously reshaped to reflect the changing beliefs and needs of its creators. What's particularly fascinating is the possibility that Stonehenge was never truly finished. Instead, it may have been a site of perpetual transformation, a place where each generation added their own layer of meaning. This idea challenges the notion of Stonehenge as a static relic, instead presenting it as a dynamic symbol of human ingenuity and spirituality. As we marvel at the complexity of Stonehenge's development, one question looms large. How did the Bluestones, quarried over 150 miles away, make their way to Salisbury Plain? The journey of these stones is a mystery in itself, one that takes us deep into the heart of Neolithic Britain and the minds of its people. But that's a story for the next section. The journey of Stonehenge's Bluestones is nothing short of extraordinary. These stones, quarried from the rugged Preseli Hills in Wales, travelled an astonishing distance of over 140 miles to reach Salisbury Plain. This feat alone raises questions that have puzzled researchers for generations. How did Neolithic people, without the benefit of modern technology, transport these massive stones across such challenging terrain? The answer lies in a combination of ingenuity, determination, and perhaps a touch of mystery. One of the leading theories suggests that the Bluestones were moved using a combination of sledges, rollers, and rafts. Archaeologists speculate that the stones were first dragged on wooden sledges across land, then floated on rafts along rivers and coastal waters. This method would have required careful coordination and a deep understanding of the landscape, as well as the tides and currents of the waterways. Imagine the sight: teams of people working in unison, hauling these heavy stones through forests, over hills, and across rivers, driven by a shared purpose that we can only begin to comprehend. But the journey of the Bluestones isn't just a tale of logistics, it's also a story of geology and spirituality. The Bluestones are made of dolerite, a type of igneous rock with a unique composition that sets it apart from the Saracens. This distinctive material may have held special significance for the builders, perhaps due to its color, texture, or even its perceived connection to the Earth's energy. Some researchers believe that the Bluestones were chosen not just for their physical properties, but for their symbolic value, making their journey a sacred pilgrimage of sorts. Adding to the intrigue, recent studies have revealed that some of the Bluestones may have been part of an earlier monument in Wales, long before they were brought to Stonehenge. This discovery has led to a fascinating theory. Perhaps the Bluestones were not just transported to Salisbury Plain, but were also repurposed from an existing sacred site. If true, this would mean that Stonehenge's builders were not only skilled engineers, but also deeply connected to the spiritual heritage of their ancestors. The idea that these stones carried with them a legacy of earlier rituals and beliefs adds yet another layer of complexity to the monument's story. The transportation of the Bluestones is a testament to the ingenuity and determination of Neolithic people, but it's also a reminder of how much we still don't know. Each new discovery seems to raise more questions than it answers, deepening the mystery of Stonehenge and the people who built it. What drove them to undertake such a monumental task? Was it purely practical, or did it hold a deeper spiritual meaning? As we ponder the journey of the Bluestones, we can't help but marvel at the connection between Stonehenge and the cosmos. The monument's alignment with celestial events suggests that its builders had a profound understanding of the heavens, turning the site into more than just a place of worship. It may have been an ancient observatory, a tool for tracking the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. But that's a story for the next section. One of the most captivating aspects of Stonehenge is its undeniable connection to the cosmos. The monument's design is no accident. Its alignment with the summer and winter solstices reveals a profound understanding of celestial movements. During the summer solstice, the rising sun aligns perfectly with the heel stone, its rays streaming directly into the center of the circle. In contrast, during the winter solstice, the setting sun aligns with the monument's central axis, casting long shadows that seem to mark the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. These precise alignments suggest that Stonehenge was more than just a place of worship. It may have functioned as a sophisticated calendar, helping its builders track the passage of time and plan crucial activities like planting and harvesting. The idea of Stonehenge as an ancient observatory isn't just speculation, it's supported by its meticulous construction. The monument's circular layout, combined with its key sightlines, creates a framework for observing the sun, moon, and stars. Researchers believe that the builders may have used these alignments to predict eclipses, mark seasonal changes, and even conduct rituals tied to celestial events. Imagine standing within the circle as the sun rises on the longest day of the year, its light flooding the space in a golden glow. For the people of Neolithic Britain, this moment would have been deeply symbolic, a celebration of life, light, and the enduring cycles of nature. Modern experiments have shed new light on these ancient practices. Archaeologists and astronomers have used advanced technology to recreate the alignments, confirming that Stonehenge's design is no coincidence. These studies reveal just how precise the monument's layout is, with its stones positioned to capture the sun's rays at specific times of the year. This level of accuracy suggests that the builders had a sophisticated knowledge of astronomy, far beyond what we might expect from a society of their time. It's a reminder of how much they achieved with the tools and knowledge they had, turning Stonehenge into a testament to human ingenuity and curiosity. But Stonehenge's connection to the cosmos goes beyond practicality. For its builders, the monument may have been a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a place where the rhythms of the heavens were mirrored in the rituals of daily life. The alignment with the solstices likely held deep spiritual significance, symbolizing themes of renewal, balance, and the eternal cycle of life and death. These celestial connections would have been woven into the fabric of their beliefs, shaping their understanding of the world and their place within it. As we reflect on Stonehenge's role as an ancient observatory, it's impossible not to wonder about the people who built it. What did they see when they looked up at the night sky? How did they interpret the movements of the sun and moon? And what stories did they tell about the stars? These questions bring us closer to understanding not just the monument itself, but the culture and spirituality of the people who created it. And as we explore the cultural significance of Stonehenge in the next section, we'll uncover even more layers of meaning hidden within its ancient stones. Stonehenge wasn't just a marvel of ancient engineering. It was a place of deep spiritual and cultural significance, a site where the physical and the metaphysical intertwined. For the people who built it, this monument was far more than a collection of stones. It was a sacred space, a bridge between the living and the dead, the earthly and the divine. Archaeological discoveries have revealed that Stonehenge was used for centuries as a place of burial and ritual. Excavations have uncovered cremated human remains, dating back to its earliest phases, suggesting it may have served as a burial ground for high-status individuals or a site of ancestor worship. These findings paint a picture of a place where the living came to honor their dead, perhaps believing that the spirits of their ancestors lingered within the stones. But the spiritual role of Stonehenge likely extended beyond funerary practices. Some researchers believe it was also a place of healing, drawing people from far and wide who sought the power of its stones. The Bluestones, in particular, have been linked to stories of medicinal properties, with some ancient texts even suggesting they were believed to hold curative powers. Imagine the scene: pilgrims journeying to Stonehenge, perhaps carrying offerings or seeking solace, drawn by the belief that this sacred site could heal both body and soul. For Neolithic people, Stonehenge may have been a sanctuary, a place where the boundaries between the physical and spiritual worlds blurred. The monument's cultural importance is equally profound. In a time when communities were scattered across the landscape, Stonehenge may have served as a central gathering place, a focal point for festivals, ceremonies, and communal celebrations. Its alignment with the solstices suggests that it played a key role in marking the passage of time and the changing seasons, events that would have been vital to an agricultural society. These gatherings would have been more than just practical; they would have been deeply meaningful, reinforcing social bonds and shared beliefs. Over time, Stonehenge's legacy has only grown, inspiring myths and legends that continue to capture the imagination. From tales of Merlin magically transporting the stones to theories of extraterrestrial involvement, the monument has become a canvas for human creativity and speculation. Even today, it remains a site of modern spiritual practices, drawing visitors who come to connect with its ancient energy. Whether as a place of quiet reflection or a backdrop for solstice celebrations, Stonehenge continues to resonate with people across the world, a testament to its enduring power. As we reflect on the spiritual and cultural significance of Stonehenge, it's impossible not to wonder about the stories that have grown around it. These myths and legends, born of both ancient traditions and modern imaginations, offer a fascinating glimpse into how humanity has sought to make sense of this enigmatic site. And that brings us to the next chapter in our exploration: the myths and legends of Stonehenge. Long before archaeologists began piecing together the true origins of Stonehenge, the monument was already shrouded in myth and legend. One of the most enduring tales comes from the medieval period, when Geoffrey of Monmouth, a 12th century chronicler, claimed that the stones were brought to Salisbury Plain by none other than Merlin the wizard. According to the story, Merlin magically transported the massive stones from Ireland, where they had originally been part of a healing circle erected by giants. While this fantastical account is far from historical fact, it speaks to the awe and wonder Stonehenge has inspired for centuries. People of the time, lacking the tools of modern science, turned to magic and myth to explain the seemingly impossible feat of its construction. But Merlin's story is just one thread in a rich tapestry of legends woven around Stonehenge. Another popular myth suggests that the monument was built by giants, beings of immense strength who could move the stones with ease. This idea reflects the universal tendency to attribute extraordinary achievements to extraordinary beings, especially when faced with something as inexplicable as Stonehenge. Then there's the enduring association with the Druids, the ancient Celtic priests often depicted in flowing robes conducting rituals among the stones. While modern archaeology has shown that Stonehenge predates the Druids by thousands of years, the connection persists, fueled by romanticized notions of ancient wisdom and mysticism. These myths, though not grounded in historical reality, reveal something profound about Stonehenge's cultural impact. Across centuries and cultures, people have projected their beliefs, fears, and aspirations onto this enigmatic site. It has been a place of healing, a portal to the divine, a symbol of power, and even a canvas for extraterrestrial theories. Each story, no matter how far-fetched, reflects humanity's enduring fascination with Stonehenge and its ability to spark the imagination. Modern archaeology has debunked many of these myths, but in doing so, it has deepened the real mystery of Stonehenge by uncovering the truth about its construction, how Neolithic people quarried, transported, and arranged the stones. Archaeologists have revealed a story that is, in its own way, just as extraordinary as the legends. The reality is no less awe-inspiring. A society without modern tools or technology achieved something that continues to baffle and inspire us today. As we move from myths to facts, it's worth asking, what new discoveries have archaeologists made in recent years? What tools and techniques have they used to peel back the layers of time and uncover the secrets of Stonehenge? These questions bring us to the next chapter of our journey, where we'll explore the role of archaeology in unraveling one of history's greatest enigmas. The story of Stonehenge's rediscovery begins not with high-tech tools or modern science, but with the curiosity and dedication of early archaeologists. In the 17th and 18th centuries, pioneers like William Stukeley and Richard Colt Hoare were among the first to study the monument systematically. Stukeley, often called the father of British archaeology, meticulously documented Stonehenge's layout and speculated about its origins, linking it to the Druids, a theory that, while later debunked, sparked widespread interest in the site. Colt Hoare, on the other hand, focused on excavating nearby burial mounds, uncovering artifacts that hinted at the lives of the people who built and used Stonehenge. These early efforts laid the groundwork for centuries of exploration, showing that even without modern technology, careful observation could yield remarkable insights. Fast forward to today, and the tools at archaeologists' disposal have transformed the way we study Stonehenge. Ground-penetrating radar and 3D mapping have revolutionized our understanding of the site, revealing features invisible to the naked eye. These technologies have uncovered a hidden landscape beneath the surface, including pits, pathways, and even the remains of smaller monuments that once surrounded the main structure. It's as if we've been given a new set of eyes, allowing us to see Stonehenge not as an isolated monument, but as part of a vast ceremonial complex. These discoveries challenge the notion that Stonehenge stood alone, suggesting instead that it was the centerpiece of a much larger sacred landscape. Recent excavations have added even more pieces to the puzzle. Archaeologists have unearthed ancient tools such as antler picks and stone hammers, which provide clues about how the monument was built. Animal bones and charred remains found at the site suggest that feasting and ritual sacrifice played a role in the ceremonies held there. Perhaps most intriguing are the human remains discovered within and around Stonehenge, including cremated bones dating back to its earliest phases. These findings paint a vivid picture of a place where the living and the dead converged, a site of both celebration and solemnity. Each discovery peels back another layer of history, offering glimpses into the lives of the people who shaped Stonehenge over millennia. Yet, for all the progress made, archaeology continues to raise as many questions as it answers. While we now know more about how Stonehenge was built and when, the why remains elusive. Was it a temple, a burial ground, an astronomical observatory, or all of the above? The answer may lie in the synthesis of these ideas, suggesting that Stonehenge served multiple purposes over its long history. What's clear is that each new discovery challenges and refines our understanding, reminding us that Stonehenge is not a static relic but a dynamic testament to human ingenuity and spirituality. As we shift from the tools of archaeology to the debates they've fueled, one question stands out. What was Stonehenge's ultimate purpose? This question has sparked endless speculation, from the plausible to the fantastical, and continues to divide experts and enthusiasts alike. But that's a story for the next section. For centuries, one question has echoed through the halls of archaeology, history, and even mythology. Why was Stonehenge built? This seemingly simple question has sparked endless debate, with theories ranging from the practical to the profound. Was it a temple where ancient people worshipped their gods, a burial ground for revered ancestors, a healing center where the sick sought solace, or perhaps an astronomical observatory designed to track the movements of the heavens? Each of these theories offers a compelling glimpse into the possible purpose of Stonehenge, yet none provide a definitive answer. The truth, it seems, may be more complex than any single explanation. One of the most widely accepted theories is that Stonehenge served as a sacred temple, a place of worship and ritual. Its circular layout and alignment with celestial events suggest it was designed to connect the earthly and the divine. Imagine standing within the circle during a solstice, the sun's rays streaming through the stones, bathing the space in golden light. For Neolithic people, this moment would have been deeply spiritual, a time to honor the forces that governed their lives. But while this theory aligns with the monument's design, it doesn't fully explain the human remains found at the site, leaving room for other interpretations. Another leading theory proposes that Stonehenge was primarily a burial ground. Excavations have uncovered cremated remains dating back to its earliest phases, suggesting it may have been a place to honor the dead. Some researchers believe it was reserved for high-status individuals, perhaps chieftains or spiritual leaders, whose remains were interred with great ceremony. The presence of burial mounds in the surrounding landscape supports this idea, painting a picture of Stonehenge as part of a larger funerary complex. Yet, if it was solely a burial site, why the meticulous alignment with the sun and moon? This question hints that Stonehenge's purpose may have been multifaceted. The idea of Stonehenge as a healing center has also captured the imagination of researchers and the public alike. Some theories suggest that the bluestones transported from the distant Preseli Hills were believed to possess medicinal properties. Ancient texts and folklore hint at stories of pilgrims traveling great distances to seek the stone's curative powers. Could Stonehenge have been a place where the sick and injured came in search of healing, drawn by the belief in the stone's mystical energy? While this theory is intriguing, it lacks definitive archaeological evidence, leaving it open to interpretation. Then there's the astronomical observatory theory, which has gained significant traction in recent years. The precision of Stonehenge's alignment with the solstices and other celestial events suggests its builders had a sophisticated understanding of the heavens. Some researchers argue that the monument was used to track the movements of the sun, moon, and stars, serving as a calendar or even a tool for predicting eclipses. This theory aligns with the monument's design and the broader context of Neolithic astronomy, but it doesn't fully account for the human remains and ritual artifacts found at the site. Perhaps the most compelling idea is that Stonehenge served multiple purposes, evolving over time to meet the changing needs of its builders. What began as a simple henge, a circular ditch and bank, may have transformed into a burial ground, a temple, or even a healing center as the beliefs and priorities of Neolithic society shifted. This dynamic view of Stonehenge challenges the notion of a single, static purpose, presenting it instead as a living space, continuously reshaped by the people who used it. As we consider these theories, it's clear that Stonehenge's purpose is as multifaceted as the monument itself. Each interpretation offers a piece of the puzzle, yet the full picture remains tantalizingly out of reach. What's undeniable, however, is the central role Stonehenge played in the lives of its builders, a role that extended far beyond the stones themselves. To truly understand Stonehenge, we must look beyond its purpose and explore its place within the broader tapestry of Neolithic society. Stonehenge didn't exist in isolation. It was the heart of a vast ceremonial landscape, a place where the spiritual, social, and practical lives of Neolithic people converged. Surrounding the monument are other impressive sites like Durrington Walls and Avebury, each playing a role in this intricate network of ancient activity. Durrington Walls, just a few miles from Stonehenge, was home to a massive settlement with evidence of large-scale gatherings and feasting. Archaeologists have uncovered animal bones, pottery fragments, and remnants of hearths, painting a picture of a bustling community that came together to celebrate, trade, and connect. These gatherings weren't just about food and festivities. They were vital opportunities for people to share knowledge, forge alliances, and strengthen their collective identity. The scale of these activities is staggering. At Durrington Walls, researchers have found the remains of thousands of pigs, many of which were slaughtered in midwinter, a time that coincides with the winter solstice. This suggests that Stonehenge and its surrounding sites were part of a larger seasonal cycle, where the solstices marked key moments for communal celebration and ritual. The feasting wasn't just about abundance, it was a way to bring people together, reinforcing social bonds and shared cultural values. In a world where survival depended on cooperation, these gatherings were essential for maintaining the cohesion of Neolithic society. But Stonehenge's role extended beyond feasting and celebration. The presence of exotic materials such as flint from distant regions and even fragments of volcanic glass from as far away as the Mediterranean hints at a thriving trade network. These materials found at Stonehenge and nearby sites suggest that the monument was a focal point for exchange, drawing people from far and wide. Imagine the scene: traders, pilgrims, and artisans converging on this sacred landscape, bringing with them not just goods but ideas, stories, and traditions. Stonehenge, in this sense, was more than a monument. It was a crossroads of culture, a place where the local and the distant intertwined. Interpreting these activities from fragmentary archaeological evidence is no small task. The remnants left behind, animal bones, broken pottery, and scattered tools, are like pieces of a puzzle, each offering a glimpse into the lives of the people who used this landscape. What's clear, however, is that Stonehenge was a central hub, a place where the spiritual and the practical intersected. It was a site of pilgrimage and procession, a place where the rhythms of daily life were interwoven with the mysteries of the cosmos. For Neolithic communities, Stonehenge wasn't just a monument. It was a living, breathing space, a symbol of their shared identity and connection to the world around them. As we explore the broader context of Stonehenge, it's impossible not to marvel at the ingenuity of its construction. The monument's engineering is as much a mystery as its purpose, raising questions about how Neolithic people achieved such remarkable feats with the tools and knowledge they had. This brings us to the next chapter of our journey, the engineering marvel of Stonehenge's construction, where we'll uncover the secrets behind the stones and the minds that shaped them. The sheer precision of Stonehenge's construction is nothing short of breathtaking. Each stone was carefully shaped and fitted, with the sarsen standing upright and the lintels balanced perfectly atop them. But what truly sets Stonehenge apart is the intricate mortise and tenon joints used to secure the stones. These joints, essentially protrusions on the upright stones that fit into corresponding holes in the lintels, demonstrate a level of craftsmanship that rivals modern engineering. For Neolithic builders working without metal tools or advanced machinery, this precision would have required incredible skill, patience, and an intimate understanding of stonework. The result is a monument that has stood the test of time, its stones locking together like pieces of an ancient puzzle. Quarrying these massive stones was no small feat. The sarsens, some weighing up to 25 tons, were likely sourced from the Marlborough Downs, about 20 miles north of Stonehenge. The Bluestones, on the other hand, came from the Preseli Hills in Wales, over 140 miles away. Moving these stones across such vast distances would have been a monumental task, requiring not just physical strength but also careful planning and coordination. Archaeologists believe that teams of workers used a combination of sledges, rollers, and ropes to haul the stones overland, while waterways may have been used to transport the bluestones along rivers and coastal routes. The logistics alone would have been staggering, a testament to the determination and resourcefulness of Neolithic communities. Erecting the stones was another challenge altogether. Imagine trying to lift a sarsen weighing several tons and setting it upright with nothing but wooden levers, ropes, and sheer manpower. One theory suggests that workers dug deep pits, tilted the stones into place, and then used a combination of leverage and counterweights to raise them into position. The lintels, balanced precariously atop the upright stones, would have required even greater precision to ensure stability. This process likely involved trial and error, with builders learning and refining their techniques over time. Each successful stone placement would have been a triumph, a moment of collective achievement that brought the monument closer to completion. Modern experiments have shed light on how these ancient builders might have accomplished such feats. In one notable project, a team of archaeologists and engineers attempted to replicate the transportation and erection of a sarsen using only Neolithic tools and techniques. The experiment revealed just how challenging the process would have been, requiring careful coordination, physical endurance, and a deep understanding of the materials at hand. Yet, it also highlighted the ingenuity of Neolithic engineers who found ways to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. These experiments remind us that Stonehenge is not just a monument of stone, it's a monument of human perseverance and creativity. As we marvel at the engineering behind Stonehenge, it's impossible not to wonder how such a site fits into our modern world. How has this ancient monument shaped our understanding of the past, and what role does it play in our culture today? These questions lead us to the next chapter of our exploration, the enduring legacy of Stonehenge and its place in the modern imagination. Today, Stonehenge stands not just as an ancient monument, but as a global icon, drawing over 1 million visitors each year to its windswept plains. Its massive stones, weathered by millennia, continue to captivate people from all walks of life, making it one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world. But Stonehenge's influence extends far beyond tourism. It has inspired countless works of literature, film, and art, becoming a symbol of mystery, endurance, and the timeless connection between humanity and the cosmos. From the pages of novels to the silver screen, Stonehenge has been reimagined as a place of magic, danger, and wonder, reflecting its enduring power to spark the imagination. In literature, Stonehenge often serves as a backdrop for tales of ancient wisdom and otherworldly forces. Authors like Thomas Hardy and Bernard Cornwell have woven its stones into their narratives, using the monument as a symbol of the enduring struggle between humanity and nature. On film, it has appeared in everything from historical dramas to science fiction epics, often portrayed as a portal to another world or a site of profound revelation. Even in visual art, its iconic silhouette has been recreated in countless styles, from abstract interpretations to hyper-realistic depictions. Each portrayal adds a new layer to Stonehenge's story, showcasing its ability to transcend time and culture. For modern spiritual movements, Stonehenge holds a special significance. Neo-pagan groups, in particular, have embraced the site as a place of worship and connection to the ancient past. During the summer and winter solstices, thousands gather to celebrate the turning of the seasons, their rituals echoing those of the monument's original builders. These gatherings are a testament to Stonehenge's enduring role as a sacred space, a place where the spiritual and the natural worlds intersect. For many, standing among the stones is more than a visit. it's a pilgrimage, a chance to connect with something greater than themselves. Yet, with such popularity comes challenges. The sheer volume of visitors has put pressure on the site, raising concerns about preservation and accessibility. Efforts to balance tourism with conservation have led to innovative solutions, such as the visitor center located a mile from the stones, which provides context and education while minimizing impact on the monument itself. The introduction of timed ticketing and restricted access during solstice celebrations has also helped protect the site, ensuring that Stonehenge remains intact for future generations. These measures reflect a delicate balancing act, acknowledging the monument's importance to modern culture while safeguarding its ancient legacy. As we reflect on Stonehenge's place in modern culture, it's impossible not to marvel at its ability to bridge the past and the present. Whether as a tourist destination, a source of artistic inspiration, or a spiritual sanctuary, Stonehenge continues to resonate with people around the world. Its enduring fascination reminds us that some mysteries are timeless, their allure undiminished by the passage of centuries. But what about the mysteries that lie at the heart of Stonehenge itself? What do its alignments with the sun and moon tell us about the people who built it and the world they inhabited? These questions bring us to the next chapter of our journey, the celestial secrets of Stonehenge. Every year, as the sun begins its ascent on the longest day of the year, something extraordinary happens at Stonehenge. The first rays of light pierce the horizon, perfectly aligned with the heel stone, one of the monument's most iconic features. This breathtaking moment, a phenomenon that has drawn thousands of visitors to the site for centuries, is no accident. The alignment of Stonehenge with the summer solstice reveals a profound understanding of celestial cycles, a knowledge that seems almost otherworldly for a society that lived over 4,000 years ago. It's a reminder that the builders of Stonehenge weren't just skilled engineers. They were keen observers of the heavens, their lives intricately tied to the rhythms of the cosmos. But the summer solstice alignment is just one piece of a much larger astronomical puzzle. Researchers have long noted that Stonehenge's design incorporates multiple celestial markers, from the winter solstice sunset to the movements of the moon. The monument's circular layout and carefully positioned stones suggest it may have been used to predict eclipses, track lunar cycles, and even mark the changing seasons. For Neolithic people, these celestial events weren't just abstract phenomena. They were vital to their survival, guiding agricultural practices, religious rituals, and communal gatherings. Stonehenge, in this sense, may have been more than a monument. It could have been an ancient observatory, a tool for understanding and navigating the world around them. Modern technology has allowed scientists to study these alignments with unprecedented precision. Using laser scanning and 3D modeling, researchers have mapped the monument's layout, confirming that its design is no coincidence. The stones are positioned with such accuracy that even the slightest deviation could disrupt the alignment. This level of precision suggests that the builders possessed a sophisticated knowledge of astronomy, one that was passed down through generations. It's a testament to their ingenuity and their deep connection to the natural world, a connection that continues to inspire awe and admiration today. Yet, as much as we've learned about Stonehenge's celestial alignments, many questions remain. How did the builders achieve such precision without the tools and technology we have today? What role did these alignments play in their daily lives, and were they trying to communicate something beyond mere observation, perhaps a message about their place in the universe? These questions remind us that Stonehenge is more than a scientific marvel. It's a window into the minds of its builders, a glimpse of how they made sense of the world and their place within it. As the sun continues its journey across the sky, casting long shadows over the ancient stones, it's impossible not to feel a sense of connection to those who came before us. Their understanding of the heavens, encoded in the very fabric of Stonehenge, invites us to look up and marvel at the same celestial wonders they once observed. And as we explore the mysteries of this ancient monument, we begin to see it not just as a relic of the past, but as a bridge between worlds, a place where the earthly and the divine, the ancient and the modern, converge. But Stonehenge's story doesn't end with the stars. Beneath its stones lies another layer of meaning, one tied to the rituals of life and death. This brings us to the next chapter of our exploration, the role of Stonehenge as a sacred burial ground and its connection to the afterlife. Beneath the towering stones of Stonehenge lies a quieter, more solemn story, one of life, death, and the rituals that connected the two. Archaeological excavations have uncovered a surprising number of cremated human remains, some dating back to the earliest phases of the monument's construction. These remains, found in pits and burial mounds around the site, suggest that Stonehenge may have served as a sacred burial ground, a place where the living honored their ancestors and perhaps even sought their guidance. The presence of these burials adds a deeply personal dimension to the monument, transforming it from an awe-inspiring structure into a space imbued with spiritual significance. The discovery of these remains raises intriguing questions about who was buried at Stonehenge and why. Analysis of the cremated bones suggests that the individuals interred here were not ordinary members of Neolithic society. Some researchers believe they may have been elite figures, chieftains, spiritual leaders, or even revered ancestors whose memories were preserved through ritual and remembrance. The careful placement of these burials, often aligned with specific stones or features of the monument, hints at a deliberate effort to connect the dead with the sacred landscape. For the people who built and used Stonehenge, these burials may have been a way to bridge the gap between the living and the dead, ensuring that the wisdom and protection of their ancestors endured. Interpreting these burial practices from fragmentary evidence is no easy task. The remains are often incomplete, and the rituals surrounding them are shrouded in mystery. Yet, even these fragments tell a story of a society deeply attuned to the cycles of life and death. The cremations themselves were likely part of elaborate ceremonies involving fire, offerings, and perhaps even feasting. These rituals would have been more than just acts of mourning. They were opportunities to reaffirm social bonds, pass down traditions, and honor the continuity of life across generations. For Neolithic communities, Stonehenge may have been a place where the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred, creating a sacred space where both could coexist. The significance of these burials goes beyond their immediate context. They offer a glimpse into the values and beliefs of the people who built Stonehenge, revealing a society that saw death not as an end but as a transition. The monument's alignment with celestial events, combined with its role as a burial ground, suggests that its builders viewed the afterlife as intertwined with the cycles of the cosmos. In this sense, Stonehenge may have been more than a monument to the dead. It could have been a gateway, a place where the spiritual and the temporal worlds converged. As we reflect on the role of Stonehenge as a burial ground, it's impossible not to wonder about the rituals that unfolded here. The cremated remains hint at ceremonies rich in symbolism and meaning, yet the details remain tantalizingly out of reach. What did these rituals look like? What stories were told and what prayers were offered? These questions invite us to imagine the lives of the people who gathered here, their hopes, fears, and beliefs etched into the very stones of this ancient monument. This connection between life and death, the earthly and the spiritual, may also shed light on another aspect of Stonehenge's purpose, its role in healing rituals. The bluestones, with their unique geological properties, have long been associated with stories of medicinal power, suggesting that Stonehenge may have been a place where the living sought solace as well as remembrance. But that's a story for the next chapter of our exploration. The Bluestones of Stonehenge have long been shrouded in stories of healing and mysticism. These smaller stones, quarried from the distant Preseli Hills in Wales, were believed by some to possess extraordinary powers capable of curing ailments and ensuring fertility. This belief wasn't just a passing fancy, it was deeply rooted in the spiritual and cultural fabric of Neolithic society. People from far and wide may have journeyed to Stonehenge drawn by the promise of healing, their footsteps adding to the wear and tear visible on the stones today. Smooth patches and grooves on the bluestones suggest they were touched, rubbed, or even chipped away by those seeking their curative properties. These marks are more than just physical evidence. They are echoes of ancient hope, a testament to the faith people placed in the stone's power. The idea of Stonehenge as a place of healing fits seamlessly into the broader context of Neolithic beliefs. For these ancient communities, the natural world was infused with spiritual energy, and certain materials like the bluestones were thought to hold special significance. The dolerite from which the bluestones are made has a unique composition, and some researchers speculate that its texture or color may have been seen as a sign of its sacred nature. It's possible that the bluestones were chosen not just for their durability, but for their perceived connection to the Earth's life-giving forces. In this light, Stonehenge becomes more than a monument. It transforms into a sanctuary, a place where the physical and spiritual realms intersected. Rituals performed at Stonehenge may have gone beyond personal healing to address broader communal needs. Fertility, for instance, was a central concern for agricultural societies dependent on the land's bounty. Ceremonies aimed at ensuring healthy crops, livestock, and families could have been a key part of Stonehenge's purpose, with the bluestones playing a central role. Imagine the scene, groups of people gathering under the open sky, their hands brushing against the stones as they offered prayers or performed rituals. These acts weren't just about seeking individual cures. They were about fostering collective well-being, ensuring the survival and prosperity of the entire community. The healing theory also ties Stonehenge to a wider network of Neolithic sacred sites. Across Britain and beyond, there are other locations where stones, springs, and natural features were revered for their supposed curative powers. Stonehenge, with its monumental scale and precise alignments, may have been the pinnacle of this tradition, drawing pilgrims from across the region. The journey to the site itself could have been part of the healing process, a physical and spiritual pilgrimage that reinforced the connection between the individual and the divine. As we explore the healing rituals of Stonehenge, it's fascinating to consider how these practices reflect the values and priorities of Neolithic society. Health, fertility, and harmony with the natural world were not just personal concerns, they were communal imperatives woven into the fabric of daily life. And while we may never know the full extent of the rituals performed at Stonehenge, the evidence left behind offers a tantalizing glimpse into a world where the sacred and the everyday were deeply intertwined. But Stonehenge's significance extended beyond the spiritual. Its location and the materials used in its construction suggest it was also a hub of trade and exchange, drawing people not just for healing but for commerce and connection. The next chapter of our journey takes us into the bustling world of ancient trade networks, where Stonehenge played a central role in the exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. Stonehenge wasn't just a spiritual and ceremonial hub, it was also a thriving center of trade and cultural exchange. The monument's construction and use spanned centuries, drawing people from far and wide, and along with them, goods and ideas from distant regions. Archaeological discoveries at the site reveal a surprising array of exotic materials, from amber and gold to fragments of volcanic glass. These artifacts tell a story of a society deeply connected to a vast network of trade routes, one that extended across Britain and even beyond its shores. Stonehenge, in this sense, was more than a local landmark. It was a crossroads of culture, a place where the local and the distant intertwined. The presence of these exotic materials is a testament to the complexity of Neolithic trade networks. Amber, for instance, found in small quantities at Stonehenge, likely originated from the Baltic region, hundreds of miles away. Gold, another rare find, may have come from Ireland or even continental Europe. Even the bluestones themselves, transported from the Preseli Hills in Wales, hint at the lengths to which Neolithic people were willing to go to acquire materials with special significance. These connections suggest that Stonehenge was part of a much larger system of exchange, one that linked communities across vast distances and fostered the flow of goods, knowledge, and traditions. But trade wasn't just about materials, it was also about ideas. The construction of Stonehenge required not only physical resources but also a shared vision and a willingness to collaborate. Moving the massive sarcens and bluestones would have required cooperation between communities, each contributing labor, expertise, and resources. This collective effort speaks to the monument's role as a unifying force, bringing people together in pursuit of a common goal. The skills and techniques developed during its construction, whether in quarrying, transportation, or stoneworking, likely spread through these networks, driving innovation and cultural exchange. In this way, Stonehenge became a catalyst for progress, its influence extending far beyond its physical location. The exchange of goods and ideas at Stonehenge also had a profound impact on the societies involved. The sharing of resources and knowledge would have strengthened alliances, fostered mutual understanding, and created a sense of shared identity among distant communities. This interconnectedness is a reminder that Neolithic Britain was far from isolated. It was a dynamic, evolving world, shaped by the movement of people and ideas. Stonehenge, at the heart of this network, served as both a symbol and a facilitator of this exchange, its stones standing as a testament to the power of collaboration and cultural connection. As we reflect on Stonehenge's role in ancient trade networks, it's impossible not to wonder how such a site fits into our modern world. The challenges of preserving this ancient monument while making it accessible to millions of visitors each year are immense. How do we balance the need to protect Stonehenge with the desire to share its story with the world? These questions bring us to the next chapter of our exploration, the ongoing efforts to preserve Stonehenge for future generations. Preserving Stonehenge is no simple task. The monument, standing for over 5,000 years, now faces challenges that threaten its survival. One of the most pressing issues is erosion. Millions of footsteps, the weight of time, and the relentless forces of wind and rain have taken their toll on the ancient stones. Visitors, drawn by the site's magnetic allure, unintentionally contribute to the problem, as the constant movement around the monument compacts the soil and damages the fragile landscape. Add to this the growing impact of climate change, with more frequent storms and shifting weather patterns, and the threats to Stonehenge become even more urgent. The very elements that have made it a global icon, its accessibility and enduring fascination, are also its greatest vulnerabilities. Efforts to protect Stonehenge have been ongoing for decades, with conservationists and archaeologists working tirelessly to mitigate these risks. One of the most significant steps has been the implementation of advanced visitor management strategies. In recent years, the introduction of timed ticketing and a shuttle service from the visitor center has helped reduce foot traffic directly around the stones, allowing the surrounding landscape to recover. The visitor center itself, located a mile from the monument, serves as an educational hub, offering immersive exhibits and interactive displays that provide context and understanding without putting additional strain on the site. These measures ensure that the public can still experience Stonehenge's magic while safeguarding its future. Conservation projects have also played a crucial role in preserving the monument. Cutting-edge technologies such as laser scanning and 3D modeling are being used to monitor the stone's condition, tracking even the slightest changes over time. This data informs targeted restoration efforts, ensuring that repairs are both precise and minimally invasive. For example, recent work has focused on stabilizing the lintels and upright stones, using techniques that respect the original craftsmanship while addressing modern wear and tear. These projects are a delicate balancing act, requiring a deep understanding of both ancient engineering and contemporary conservation science. Yet, not all challenges come from natural forces or tourism. Controversial developments near the site have sparked heated debates. One of the most divisive proposals is the construction of a tunnel beneath the A303, a major road that runs close to Stonehenge. Proponents argue that the tunnel would reduce traffic congestion and improve the visitor experience by removing the visual and auditory intrusion of modern infrastructure. Opponents, however, fear that the construction could damage the surrounding archaeological landscape, potentially destroying undiscovered artifacts or burial sites. The debate highlights a broader tension. How do we balance the needs of modern society with the imperative to protect our ancient heritage? The conversation around Stonehenge's preservation is a microcosm of a larger global challenge. How do we honor and protect the past while making it accessible to future generations? The solutions lie in collaboration, innovation, and a shared commitment to stewardship. By finding ways to balance preservation with public access, we ensure that Stonehenge remains not just a monument to the past, but a living connection to the stories and people who shaped it. As we consider the efforts to safeguard Stonehenge, it's worth reflecting on how this ancient site continues to inspire. From its celestial alignments to its monumental engineering, Stonehenge has left an indelible mark on human creativity. And that brings us to the next chapter of our journey, the role of Stonehenge in shaping modern architecture and design. Stonehenge's influence stretches far beyond its ancient origins, reaching into the very fabric of modern architecture and design. Take, for example, the Georgia Guidestones, a granite monument erected in the United States in the late 20th century. Often referred to as America's Stonehenge, this structure features massive slabs arranged in a star-like pattern, inscribed with messages in multiple languages. While its purpose is vastly different from its ancient counterpart, the Guidestones echo Stonehenge's monumental scale and enigmatic presence, proving that the allure of such designs continues to captivate us. Similarly, in Washington state, a full-scale replica of Stonehenge stands as a tribute to the original, built entirely of concrete. These modern interpretations are more than mere copies, they're testaments to the enduring power of Stonehenge's form and symbolism. Architects and artists around the world have drawn inspiration from Stonehenge's timeless design. Its simplicity, massive stones arranged in a deliberate, harmonious pattern, speaks to a universal aesthetic, one that transcends time and culture. The monument's ability to evoke both awe and curiosity has made it a touchstone for creativity. Contemporary architects often incorporate elements of its design into their work, whether through the use of raw, natural materials or the creation of spaces that invite contemplation and connection with the environment. Stonehenge's influence can even be seen in urban landscapes, where public art installations and sculptures echo its iconic silhouette, reminding us of the enduring appeal of ancient forms. At its core, Stonehenge represents something deeply human, the desire to create something lasting, something that transcends the fleeting nature of life. This impulse is not unique to Neolithic builders, it's a thread that runs through the history of human creativity. From the pyramids of Egypt to the skyscrapers of today, we've always sought to leave our mark on the world, to build monuments that outlast us and speak to future generations. Stonehenge, with its enigmatic presence and enduring mystery, embodies this universal longing. It's a reminder that, across time and cultures, we share a common drive to create, to connect, and to make sense of our place in the world. The legacy of Stonehenge isn't confined to its physical form. It's also shaped how we think about prehistory. Its very existence challenges us to reconsider what we know about ancient societies, pushing us to explore the ingenuity and sophistication of our ancestors. The monument's precise alignments with celestial events, its intricate construction techniques, and its role as a hub of cultural and spiritual activity all point to a level of complexity that defies simplistic narratives. In this way, Stonehenge doesn't just inspire modern design, it reshapes our understanding of the past, inviting us to see ancient peoples not as primitive, but as innovators and visionaries. As we reflect on Stonehenge's legacy, it's impossible not to wonder how this ancient monument continues to shape our understanding of prehistory. What can its stones tell us about the people who built it, and how does it challenge our assumptions about the past? These questions bring us to the next chapter of our exploration, the role of Stonehenge in redefining our view of ancient civilizations and their remarkable achievements. Stonehenge is more than a collection of ancient stones. It's a portal into the lives of people who lived over 5,000 years ago. This iconic monument offers us a rare glimpse into the Neolithic world, revealing not just the technical prowess of its builders, but also the social and spiritual fabric of their society. Through its construction, alignment, and use, Stonehenge has become a cornerstone in our understanding of ancient technology, culture, and belief systems. Yet, piecing together the story of this ancient site is no simple task. Without written records, archaeologists and historians must rely on the physical evidence left behind, tools, pottery, human remains, and the stones themselves, to reconstruct a world long vanished. Every discovery at Stonehenge adds a new layer to this unfolding narrative, offering fresh insights into the ingenuity and complexity of Neolithic life. The study of Stonehenge has reshaped our understanding of ancient technology in profound ways. The precise engineering of the monument, from the shaping of the stones to their meticulous placement, demonstrates a level of skill that rivals modern construction techniques. The use of mortise and tenon joints to secure the massive lintels, for example, reveals an advanced understanding of stonework and structural stability. These achievements were accomplished without the benefit of metal tools or machinery, relying instead on creativity, collaboration, and an intimate knowledge of the materials at hand. Stonehenge stands as a testament to the resourcefulness of its builders, challenging the notion that ancient societies were primitive or unsophisticated. Beyond technology, Stonehenge provides a window into the social organization of Neolithic communities. The sheer scale of the project suggests a highly organized society, capable of mobilizing large groups of people and resources over extended periods. The transportation of the bluestones from Wales, for instance, would have required careful planning, coordination, and a shared sense of purpose. This collective effort hints at a society with strong leadership, social cohesion, and a shared cultural identity. Stonehenge was not just a monument, it was a unifying force, bringing people together in pursuit of a common goal and reinforcing the bonds that held their community together. Spiritually, Stonehenge offers a fascinating glimpse into the beliefs and rituals of its builders. The alignment of the monument with celestial events like the solstices suggests a deep connection to the cosmos, reflecting a world where the rhythms of nature were intertwined with the spiritual. The presence of human remains and evidence of ritual activity further underscores the site's role as a sacred space, a place where the living honored their ancestors and sought to connect with the divine. These practices reveal a society deeply attuned to the cycles of life and death and to the mysteries of the universe. Interpreting these clues, however, is not without its challenges. Without written records, much of what we know about Stonehenge is based on inference and educated guesswork. The absence of first-hand accounts means that every discovery is open to interpretation, leading to debates and competing theories. Was Stonehenge primarily a temple, a burial ground, or an astronomical observatory? The answer may lie somewhere in between, as the site likely served multiple purposes over its long history. This fluidity is one of the reasons Stonehenge continues to captivate researchers and the public alike. It resists easy categorization, inviting us to explore its mysteries from multiple angles. Despite these challenges, Stonehenge remains a powerful tool for understanding prehistory. Its enduring presence has inspired countless studies, from ground-penetrating radar surveys that reveal hidden features beneath the surface to isotopic analysis of human remains that shed light on the origins and diets of its builders. Each new discovery adds to the rich tapestry of knowledge surrounding this ancient site, reminding us that Stonehenge is more than a monument. It's a living laboratory, a place where the past continues to reveal itself in surprising and profound ways. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Stonehenge, it's impossible not to marvel at how this ancient monument bridges the gap between the past and the present. Its stones, weathered by millennia, continue to inspire awe and curiosity, drawing us into the world of our ancestors. And as we explore the role of Stonehenge in modern scientific studies, we'll uncover even more about its enduring significance and the ways it continues to shape our understanding of human history. The story of Stonehenge is far from over. In fact, thanks to modern science, we're uncovering more about this ancient monument than ever before. Cutting-edge technologies like LiDAR, a laser-based mapping system, are revealing hidden features beneath the Earth's surface, transforming how we see the landscape around Stonehenge. What once appeared as empty fields are now understood to be part of a vast ceremonial complex, dotted with burial mounds, pathways, and even smaller stone circles that had long been lost to time. These discoveries are reshaping our understanding of the site, showing that Stonehenge was never an isolated monument but the centerpiece of a much larger sacred landscape. Equally groundbreaking is the use of DNA analysis to study the human remains found at Stonehenge. By extracting genetic material from ancient bones, researchers have begun to piece together the origins of the people who built and used this iconic site. Recent studies suggest that some of these individuals traveled great distances, possibly from as far away as the Mediterranean, to be part of Stonehenge's rituals. This evidence paints a picture of a highly interconnected Neolithic world, where ideas, people, and materials flowed freely across vast distances. It's a reminder that Stonehenge wasn't just a local project, it was a global endeavor, drawing in diverse communities and cultures. One of the most exciting recent discoveries is the evidence of ancient feasting at Durrington Walls, a massive settlement just a few miles from Stonehenge. Archaeologists have uncovered the remains of thousands of animals, including pigs and cattle, many of which were slaughtered during midwinter, a time that coincides with the winter solstice. These findings suggest that Stonehenge and its surrounding sites were part of a seasonal cycle of celebration, where feasting, rituals, and communal gatherings played a central role. Far from being a solemn and isolated place, Stonehenge was a vibrant hub of activity, alive with the sounds and smells of people coming together to celebrate, connect, and honor their shared beliefs. As technology continues to advance, the potential for new discoveries is almost limitless. Advances in isotopic analysis, for example, are allowing researchers to trace the origins of the bluestones with even greater precision, while 3D modeling is helping us understand the construction techniques used to shape and position the massive sarsens. Each breakthrough brings us closer to unraveling the mysteries of Stonehenge, offering fresh insights into the lives of its builders and the world they inhabited. And yet, for every question answered, new ones arise, reminding us that Stonehenge remains as enigmatic as ever. These scientific advancements don't just deepen our understanding of the past, they also highlight the enduring allure of Stonehenge. Even as we uncover its secrets, the monument continues to captivate us, its ancient stones standing as a testament to human ingenuity and the timeless desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. And as we explore the enduring fascination with Stonehenge in the next section, we'll see how this ancient monument continues to inspire and intrigue, bridging the gap between the past and the present. What is it about Stonehenge that keeps us coming back century after century, generation after generation? Perhaps it's the mystery, the unanswered questions that linger in the air like whispers from the past. Or maybe it's the sheer audacity of its construction, a feat of engineering that defies easy explanation. Whatever the reason, Stonehenge has an almost magnetic pull, drawing us in with its silent stones and enigmatic presence. It's a monument that doesn't just belong to history, it belongs to the imagination, a place where the past and the present collide, sparking curiosity and wonder in equal measure. For many, Stonehenge is more than an ancient site. It's a symbol of human ingenuity and resilience. The people who built it, working with nothing but primitive tools and their collective strength, achieved something that still leaves us in awe. Their ability to envision, plan, and execute such a monumental project speaks to a level of creativity and determination that feels timeless. Stonehenge reminds us that, even in the absence of modern technology, humanity has always found ways to push boundaries and leave a lasting mark on the world. It's a testament to what we can achieve when we work together, driven by a shared vision and purpose. But Stonehenge's allure goes beyond its physical presence. It's a mirror reflecting our own fascination with the unknown. Despite centuries of study, the monument retains its secrets, challenging us to keep searching for answers. Every new discovery, whether it's a hidden burial mound, a fragment of ancient pottery, or a fresh insight into its celestial alignments, adds another layer to its story, reminding us that there's still so much we don't understand. This sense of mystery is intoxicating, inviting us to explore, question, and dream. It's a reminder that history isn't static. It's a living, breathing narrative that evolves with each new discovery. Stonehenge also serves as a bridge, connecting us to the people who came before us. Standing among its stones, it's impossible not to feel a sense of kinship with the Neolithic builders who toiled here so long ago. Their lives, their beliefs, their struggles, they may be distant, but they're not entirely out of reach. The monument becomes a conversation across time, a way to glimpse the hopes and fears of a society that saw the world very differently than we do. It's a humbling experience, one that reminds us of our place in the long arc of human history. At the same time, Stonehenge challenges us to confront the limits of our knowledge. For all our advancements in science and technology, there are still questions we can't answer. How did the builders transport those massive stones? What inspired them to align the monument with the solstices? And what did Stonehenge truly mean to them? These unanswered questions keep the monument alive in our collective consciousness, fueling debates, inspiring art, and driving new research. They remind us that the past is never fully knowable. It's a puzzle with pieces that are always shifting, always inviting us to look closer. And yet, Stonehenge isn't just about the past. It's also about the future. As we continue to study and preserve this ancient site, we're reminded of the importance of stewardship. How do we protect a monument that means so much to so many? How do we balance preservation with accessibility, ensuring that future generations can experience its magic? These are questions that resonate far beyond Stonehenge, touching on broader themes of heritage, responsibility, and the enduring power of human creativity. As we reflect on the enduring allure of Stonehenge, it's worth considering what this ancient monument can teach us not just about the past, but about ourselves. How does it inspire us to think differently about the world and our place within it? And what lessons can we take from its story as we navigate the challenges of our own time? These questions lead us into the final chapter of our exploration, where we'll uncover the timeless wisdom hidden within Stonehenge's ancient stones. Stonehenge is more than just a collection of ancient stones. It's a mirror reflecting the very essence of humanity. This monumental site, standing for over 5,000 years, is a testament to our creativity, resilience, and unquenchable curiosity. It challenges us to look beyond the surface and ask deeper questions about who we are, where we come from, and how we fit into the vast tapestry of the cosmos. The builders of Stonehenge didn't just erect stones, they created a legacy that continues to inspire and humble us, reminding us of the incredible potential within every generation to leave a lasting mark on the world. One of the most profound lessons Stonehenge offers is a reminder of our connection to the past. The people who built this monument lived in a world vastly different from ours, yet their achievements resonate with us today. They didn't have the tools or technology we take for granted, but they had something equally powerful: a shared vision and an unwavering determination to bring it to life. Their ability to plan, collaborate, and execute such a monumental project speaks to the strength of human ingenuity and the importance of working together toward a common goal. In a world often divided by differences, Stonehenge stands as a powerful symbol of unity and collective effort. But Stonehenge also challenges us to think about our place in the cosmos. The monument's precise alignments with celestial events suggest that its builders saw themselves as part of a larger, interconnected universe. They didn't just observe the stars, they sought to understand their rhythms and patterns, using this knowledge to guide their lives and rituals. In a modern world increasingly disconnected from nature, Stonehenge invites us to reconnect with the natural world and consider how our actions impact the delicate balance of our planet. It's a call to look up, to wonder, and to remember that we are part of something much greater than ourselves. Preserving cultural heritage like Stonehenge is another crucial lesson it imparts. This ancient site is a bridge to our ancestors, offering invaluable insights into their lives, beliefs, and achievements. Yet its survival is not guaranteed. The challenges of erosion, climate change, and human activity remind us of the fragility of our shared history. Protecting sites like Stonehenge isn't just about safeguarding stones, it's about preserving the stories they tell and the lessons they teach. It's a responsibility we owe not just to the past, but to future generations who will look to these monuments for inspiration and understanding. Stonehenge also inspires us to keep asking questions even when answers are elusive. Despite centuries of study, the monument retains its mysteries, challenging us to keep exploring and learning. This spirit of inquiry is at the heart of human progress. It's what drives us to push boundaries, to innovate, and to seek out new knowledge. Stonehenge reminds us that the pursuit of understanding is never ending, and that every discovery, no matter how small, brings us closer to unraveling the complexities of our world. As we reflect on the lessons of Stonehenge, it's impossible not to feel a sense of awe and gratitude. This ancient monument connects us to the past, challenges us to think about the future, and reminds us of the timeless qualities that define us as human beings: creativity, resilience, and an unyielding curiosity. It's a legacy that continues to inspire, inviting us to explore, to wonder, and to dream. And as we bring our journey through the mysteries of Stonehenge to a close, it's worth pausing to consider the enduring impact of this extraordinary site, not just on history, but on the way we see ourselves and our place in the world. This brings us to the final chapter of our exploration, where we'll reflect on the significance of Stonehenge and the lessons it holds for humanity as we move forward into an uncertain future. From the towering Sarsens to the enigmatic Bluestones, Stonehenge has stood for millennia as a testament to human ingenuity, resilience, and our timeless connection to the cosmos. Throughout this journey, we've explored the monument's awe-inspiring construction, from the Herculean effort of transporting massive stones across vast distances to the precise engineering that still baffles experts today. We've delved into its possible purposes, whether as a sacred temple, a burial ground, a healing center, or even an ancient observatory, each theory offering a glimpse into the rich spiritual and cultural life of Neolithic communities. And we've uncovered how Stonehenge was not just an isolated marvel, but the heart of a vibrant ceremonial landscape, a place where people gathered to celebrate, connect, and honor the rhythms of the natural world. Modern science has brought us closer than ever to understanding this ancient monument, revealing hidden features beneath the earth and tracing the origins of its builders through DNA analysis. Yet, for all we've learned, Stonehenge remains a profound mystery, its secrets still eluding us. Its precise alignments with the solstices, its role in rituals of life and death, and its enduring presence in our collective imagination remind us that some questions are timeless. The monument challenges us to keep exploring, to keep asking, and to keep marveling at the ingenuity of those who came before us. Stonehenge is more than a relic of the past. It's a bridge between worlds, connecting us to our ancestors and inviting us to reflect on our own place in the universe. It reminds us of the power of shared purpose, the importance of preserving our heritage, and the enduring human desire to seek meaning in the mysteries of existence. As we stand in the shadow of its ancient stones, we're reminded that history is not just a story of what has been, but a living conversation that continues to shape who we are and who we might become. So, what does Stonehenge mean to you? Does it inspire you to look up at the stars, to wonder about the lives of those who built it, or to reflect on the legacies we're creating today? Let us know in the comments below. Your thoughts and insights are part of the ongoing story of this incredible monument. And if you've enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into history's greatest enigmas. Together, we'll continue to uncover the mysteries of our past, one stone at a time. As the sun sets over Salisbury Plain, casting long shadows across the ancient stones, we're left with a question that lingers in the air. What will future generations make of the marks we leave behind? Stonehenge reminds us that the stories we tell, the monuments we build, and the mysteries we unravel are not just for us. They are for those who will come after, to wonder, to learn, and to dream. And perhaps in that lies the true magic of this ancient site, its ability to inspire us not just to look back but to look forward with curiosity, humility,